Hi everyone, welcome to International Business for summer 2017. I just wanted to make a few short videos to take you through our Blackboard site and to tell you a few things that are important to focus on. So this is our Blackboard homepage, pretty simple. Hopefully you've all used Blackboard before and this is nothing new to you. In this section here, my announcements, I probably make daily announcements or every other day just to see how everyone is doing, try to give you reminders. And so in here you can see this is the welcome page, welcome to our course, and here's a number of things that I want you to do before you get started with the course. And the first thing is to read the syllabus and to watch this video. So let's have a look as to where these things are. On the left hand side, the blue section here, we have a number of things. We have the syllabus and the schedule for the 4-week season. We have the content, which is broken into weekly. I'll just show you that. Each week you have a content folder, and inside those contents you'll see all the different activities, the to-do lists, etc. We have discussions, which we'll talk about later. The grades you can see, different tools, and in here is very important, your rubrics and study support. So for every assessment that you're asked to do in this class, there is an attached rubric and some APA support. So let's start off here in the syllabus, and you'll see the syllabus and the schedule. So let me take you through the syllabus. And let's have a talk about what the expectations are for this class. So as you can see, it is a full 4-credit course. If you think about that, we're squeezing this into 4 weeks. So it is quite intensive. But a lot of people have asked me, can I still work full-time? Can I do that? Yes, you can work full-time as long as you're not working 60 hours a week. If you're working 30 to 4 hours a week and you can carve out approximately 4 hours a day, I think you'll be absolutely fine with this course. As you can see, I'm your professor, Dr. Emma Fleck. I'm based in Athlebone, and here's my telephone number, although I won't be in the office as often as during the normal semester. The best way to get me is online, and you'll find me online on Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And what this means is that if you send me an email during this period, you'll probably get a response within about 5 to 7 minutes. Alternatively, if you send me an email at any other time, I should give you a response within a couple of hours. I am very happy to give you Skype interviews to talk through things if you're confused, so that's really how you get in touch with me, and here's my email. Please be careful to use your Susquehanna email because it may end up in my junk folder if you use a Hotmail or a Gmail or something like that. If you're having any technological problems, the person to contact is Marie Hassinger, and here's her email and contact details, and she'll be able to troubleshoot if you can't download something or something's not showing or your Blackboard is giving you any problems, so make sure you contact her. Similarly, she's the person to help you with any problems over ID verification. It is assumed that you are taking this course on your own, and you need to use your login and password to verify that you're not getting support in this course except from me. As I said, the expectations is this is a 4-week course, and I would say it will take you 3 to 4 hours per day. However, that doesn't mean that you have to do 3 or 4 hours a day. If you decide to spend 7 hours on a Sunday completing some of the work for the following week, then perhaps you don't need to do anything on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I would encourage you though to log in every day into our Blackboard site and to check your emails, because if I have any announcements or anything is changing, I want to be able to communicate with you quickly, given that we're on a very short time period. It is expected that you're not trying to do this course on a mobile phone or a tablet, but instead that you actually have a standard laptop, computer or desktop to complete the work. The textbook is called Global Business Today by Hill and Hult, the 9th edition, and you need to have the most up-to-date edition because we are using case studies from this. So previous editions may have most of the theoretical content, and yes, I understand they'll probably be cheaper. However, the 9th edition is the one that we are using because of the, as I say, the various case studies contained within that book, and you will need that one. You can purchase from the bookstore before you left the campus. I did send most people an email, or you can get on Amazon. With regards to the grading scale, please note that I do not round up my grades. Therefore, if you are sitting on a 92.99, that is an A-. You must hit 93 dead on before you get an A in this class, and that is the same for any of the B-, B up to a B+, etc. I will give you a few small opportunities to do bonus points, and so it's entirely up to you whether you want to take those opportunities, but sometimes those can be helpful when you need those few points to round yourself up to the next grade. We have 3 different types of discussions. sorry, different, yeah, there's sort of discussions, but there's 3 different types of assignments really, except for the final. There's these informal discussions on Yellow Dig, and there's instructions as to how to get to those in the rubrics and study guides and in the discussion section. These are informal discussions, and really the point of these is that you're going to answer some questions, but you're also going to interact with your peers. So you're going to look at their answers and what they said about something and comment on that. And so it's really important that you're over a 2 or 3 day period going in and out of this Yellow Dig area through Blackboard to actually discuss what we're talking about. We also have video discussions. They're worth 15% of the course. And these video discussions are really where you get the opportunity to give me your feedback, a bit like what I'm doing here. I would encourage you to use your computers or your cell phones. And again, I'm giving you discussion questions, but I want you to go away and have a think about presenting that information back to me. The idea is that I'm trying to understand whether you understand the material. I want your opinions. I want you to do some good research on this. And really, we're trying to replicate class discussion through this. The more formal part of the class are through the essay assignments, and these are much more formal. I'm looking for critical thinking. I'm looking for a detailed analysis of something. I'm looking for well-written work, and more details again about this can be found in rubrics and study support. So please click on that video to see that one. We also have a final, which is on finals day. I'll give you a case study to read. It's available now or a couple of days in advance. And then you have 2 hours to complete an essay style test. I will try and give you feedback very quickly and very regularly. No later than 48 hours after your submission will you get feedback. Your assignments are due on Wednesdays and Fridays. And so you will hopefully have feedback by Wednesday afternoon or Thursday for the Wednesday submissions, and by Monday at lunchtime for the Friday submissions over the weekend. In my feedback, I'm really trying to, get you to improve, think about what you could have done better the next time, etc. So really take on board that feedback. And if you have any questions about that feedback, that's what I'm here for. And we can meet, as I through Skype or via email to go through that in more detail. This is the mission of the Sigmund Wise School of Business, and you can read that in your own time along with the course description. Really what we're trying to do in this class is to give you an understanding of international issues. We want to try and make this as up to date as possible, because international business is one of those courses that changes very, very regularly, because international politics and economics and finance change so very regularly. So although we're going to use our textbook as the theoretical foundation for this course, it's really important that you are reading around the subject area, that you're reading the international news every day to see what's going on there. And then what we want to do is take all that information and bring it back down to how does this affect business? Okay, that's really what we're trying to do. I would suggest downloading an app such as the BBC app. It's very good. It's got international news and it deals with it in a very two-sided capacity. So I like that one, and I read that every day just to keep me up to date with what's going on in the world. We've got our Blackboard as our core site that we'll engage in. And the course is kind of taught, I would almost say, on a daily basis. Inside these areas, the content area, you will find lecture slides, you will find short videos, you will find reading materials, you will find all sorts of case studies. And so that's the kind of instructional methods for this class. What else do I want to tell you about? Oh, late work. Late work is not accepted. It's very important that you submit by the deadline, and we'll go over the deadlines through another video. So late work is really not accepted. If you do submit late, you'll get a 10% reduction in the first 24 hours and a 15% reduction for every day following that. Because this is 4 weeks, it's very, very important that you put in your work on time when we can move on to the next area. With regards to attendance, obviously you're online. I can check how often you're coming online, and I will do that to make sure that you're logging in very regularly. So make sure you're logging in and checking. I would be concerned if you're not going in every other day to make sure that you're completing work, reading things, etc. As I said before, please use your SU email in case Gmail would get into my junk mail and I wouldn't see it. If there's any students who need learning accommodations, then there's the information in order to use that to get some support on that. The library is also opened, and again, the librarians are very, very helpful. You may be 100, 200, 300 miles away, or in fact, I know some of you may be doing this from another country, but our librarians are still available in an online version if you need any support from them. So please feel free to use that, especially for research purposes. With regards to academic honesty, it's incredibly important that we don't plagiarize, that we don't take information and copy and paste it from anywhere else. And the way to do that is to cite your work. And there's extra support about citation here in the rubrics and study support area. I want to let you know that the syllabus is subject to change if we need to, but I want to hope that we'll stick to our course as we go through the next 4 weeks. The other thing I want to talk about here is your class schedule, and a copy of that is also available for you. So let's have a look. Here's our first week. Here's the 3 topics that we're going to cover. Here is the reading and the chapters, and this is the assignment that is associated with each of those chapters. It's very important that you pay core attention to the date and time of submission. So on a Wednesday, the submission is by 12 noon, and on a Friday, it's by 5 p.m. So please pay attention to that and contact me if you have any questions about what the submissions are. So finally, let's have a look at what else is here. As I said, that's the syllabus and class schedule available here. The content for each week here is week 1, for example. Inside week 1, we have 3 different chapters. And the first chapter you're going to look at is the chapter called Globalization. Read this, read the instructions. It tells you what to do and what the submission is. And inside that chapter is all the materials that you need to complete that first chapter, including a link to your first informal discussion, which is here on Yellowdig. And so it's an external link. It takes you out, and here is the first discussion, which is due on Wednesday. Click the home button. The other thing is your rubrics and study support. So there'll be videos in here, and I want to draw your attention to this APA guidance for your formal essays, and there's lots of videos and things in here. I mentioned earlier that there's some opportunities for bonus points. Here is a APA quiz. So once you've watched these short videos and done some tutorials, you can take a small quiz to make sure that you understand what citation is and what APA format is for these formal essays as part of your assignment. And you can take a short quiz and earn some bonus points. So that's really it in terms of an introduction to this course. I encourage you greatly to keep an eye on my announcements, keep an eye on your emails, and to contact me at any time with questions. We can start to email, and if we'd like to do a Skype, that's absolutely okay too. I really look forward to getting to know you all and to being your instructor over the next 4 weeks. So good luck with the course.